What's good, y'all? It's Grado with the Waiver Warriors podcast. Got a little late night buy and sell for you, plus some waiver picks. I know it's late, but I just figured we'd get this out here for you right quick. And we got the news of the day to start you off right now. On Johnson signed with the 49ers to murk up that backfield a little bit more. Don't know what's going to happen there. But we'll see what happens. I've been also heard some news about the Ayuk and also Trey Sermon. I heard that they were out late the night before, so it might have been a little disciplinary situation there. But we'll see what happens. Well, and we back, y'all. Don't know what just happened there, but the power surged. But yeah, Get, getting back to Ayuk and Trey Sermon, I heard that they were on a disciplinary action, so that's why they kind of missed that game that day. So before before you go spending all of your fab money on Elijah Mitchell, just keep that in mind. Also, Debo had an awesome game as well with that as well, but we'll see what happens. The 49ers can never be too. You can't trust them really because of stuff like that. You never know what's going to happen with that team. Let's get back to the news, though. We got Barkley. He was limited in practice today. He was also limited on Monday as well. So we'll see what happens. I think he will play. He did have a really bad game the other day, but hopefully he can turn around. It was his first game back, but that Giants team looks pretty bad. To be honest with you, that team looks like it's bound for a number 2 pick. It's going to happen one way or another. Top 5 pick for sure. Moving along to Antonio Gibson. He was limited as well on Monday, but today he had a full practice with a shoulder injury. Hopefully it's nothing too serious with him. But, because I got him in a couple leagues. Rojo has also been declared the starter by Bruce Arians. Never know what's going to happen with that team. Honestly, I would like to completely avoid that backfield. Never know what's going to happen with them as well. But knowing Rojo, he's gonna have probably about $150, 2 touchdowns this week. He'll be chilling on my bench. Also, Raheem Mostert, he's been out. He's out for the year. Word is that he got to get microfracture surgery. That ain't looking too good. He's 29 years old, so go and drop him. Let's get into the buy and sell portion of the show. It's just gonna be a quick show for y'all tonight. Got Antonio Brown. He was 5 for 7, 121 and a touchdown. You can get a lot of stuff for this man right now. You can get a lot of things for him. Might even go out there and be able to get a Zeke. You never know, Just go on and fish around. I'm not saying trade him, but think about it. He is getting older, and he had a wonderful game. This may be the best game of the season, but it might not be. Again, I'm not trying to trade him. Trade high. Get something that you can plug into your lineup every week and not even worry about it. Melvin Gordon's number 2. He had 11 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown, 3 receptions for 17 yards. You take away that one breakaway play, he would have had a very bad game. He would have been right there with Javonte Williams, so keep that in mind. He may lay a stinker next week. Go on and try to throw him in some trade offers, man. You can probably get something better. Get a solid wide receiver, too. Maybe something better. Deandre Swift, another guy I'm pretty worried about this year. He had 11 rushes for 39 yards and 8 catches on a team-high 11 targets. Really good for 65 yards and a touchdown. Not denying his talent. I just hate his situation. So try to get rid of him if you can. He had a really good game. There's some buzz around his name. And also, Miles Sanders, 15 for 74, 4 or 5 targets for 39 yards. He had a really good game. It's just injury concerns with him. I would try to go on and flip him as well for something better. He had a good game, but Kenneth Gainwell's right there. If anything happens, boom, he's right there. Also, Deebo Samuel, my boy, 12 targets for 9 catches, 189 yards. He also scored a touchdown. This might be the best game of his season. Once Ayuk comes back, go on and try to, he can throw a couple of these guys. He probably got Melvin, Deebo, and Antonio. He can probably go out there, flip all 3 of them, and get like a top 10 pick, man. But yeah, I'm not one to trade your depth though. Depth wins championships. But yeah, we got the buy low portion now. Zeke, a lot of people are worried about Zeke right now. He had 11 rushes for 33 yards, 2 catches for 6 yards. Really horrible game, but no one does good against the Bucs defense. So keep that in mind. Whenever you got a running back going up against that team, you may want to bench him too because, only one player did good against that defense last year, and that was Dalvin Cook. And he's one of the best in the league. Mike Evans, another guy. He has 3 receptions, 6 yards, 24 He had 3 catches for. He was 3 of 6 for 24 yards. Really bad game. I believe he'll get 2 touchdowns next game, at least one for you. Because they're not going to be looking at him as much this week. So now Tom Brady going to, give him some love. Another guy, second round pick, very high on this man as well. It's Calvin Ridley. He was 5 for 8 for 51 yards. Didn't get loose, but that's to come. I think as the season goes on, he's going to get better and better. He's proven that he can do it without Julio Jones as well. So, go on and get out there and get him. It's maybe the one and only time that you can get Calvin Ridley on the low. Also, Javonte Williams. He had 14 rushes, 45 yards. He had 14 touches. I like to see that. Didn't go anywhere with him, but I believe he's going to win out this job come playoff time. Go out there and try to get him. You can get him on the low, too. Trey Sermon. You should be getting him. People are kind of pissed off. They spent a top 6, probably a 5th, 6th round pick on this guy. And he had that, he has just a lot of uncertainty around him. So go on and scoop him up. See what's up with him. You can probably get him for cheap, man. You can probably give him give him your 4th receiver, man. You might get him right now because everyone's on Elijah Mitchell, but I'm not dropping Sermon. I got him in a couple leagues. I'm waiting on Thursday or Friday to say, hey, he was running with the ones. I'm waiting on to hear that. Also, CEH is the last buy low I got for this week. He had 14 rushes for 43 yards, 3 catches for 29 yards. He's getting touches. He's getting work. It will come. People might still be frustrated with him. Probably, throw a couple of the guys I mentioned earlier and get a CEH, man. Very, very possible. Let's get into the waiver portion of it. I'm just want, everyone knows who to get, who not to get. Man, we all read up on this stuff. I'm just gonna give you the guys I like. If I'm drafting for the rest of the season, I want Tony Jones. He'll be my number 1 pick because we've seen Mark Ingram. We've seen Lat Murray. Now it's going to be Tony Jones. He can have standalone flex value. Going out there, scoop him up. The second would be Elijah Mitchell. He had 19 rushes, 104 yards, and a touchdown. This might be the best game of the season. We don't know that, but it might be. Especially because he's a 49er and they always like to keep people guessing. So those are kind of like my 1A, 1B. You can't go wrong with either one of them, I believe, because Mitchell's upside is there. If he gets that job, you got yourself a league winner. Next guy on the list is Gainwell. He had 11 touches for 43 yards and a touchdown. He looked pretty good. He looked really good, actually. He got 11 touches his first game out. Boston Scott wasn't even really a factor, so, and this guy is only 1 injury away from getting the backfield to himself, so that's another guy I would really like to have on my team. Going out there and scoop him up. Last guy on the list, Mark Ingram. Don't want him, but, he can't say, he cannot knock 26 touches for 85 yards. That's volume. You can stick that in your RB2 slot, and you probably got a win last week, or a flex. I'm not saying he's going to do that every week, but, volume is king. He showed that he's going to be the starter. We're going to move to the wide receivers. We got Jacoby Myers. He should be picked up. He's out there in 60, 70% of leagues. He should be picked up. My second guy on the list, Tim Patrick. With my boy Jerry Jeudy going on IR for the next 8 weeks, it's going to be his job. He's the one that's just a professional, he's just a professional receiver. He's going to get it done, Go out there, scoop him up. It'll be a solid flex for you. Next guy on the list is Brandon Edwards. He had 81 yards last week. All of that came in the last drive, the last quarter. And that was kind of an OT. He was not even a factor on that team. But I think his role will grow throughout the season. They need to find a number 2 on that offense. I think it could be him. Again, you're trusting Derek Carr, so I'm not really too keen on it. But, John Gruden's high on him. So, hey, that says something. Next guy on the list is Jaylen Rager. He was 6 for 6 for 49 yards and a touchdown. He has a connection with Jalen Hurts. I believe this is going to be a good pickup for you to have. That defense will be playing from behind a lot. And the last guy on the list, we got Sterling Shepard. He was 7 for 9 for 113 and a touchdown. This team will always be behind the entire season. Sterling Shepard will be a solid flex for you. Always just the main thing with him is health. If he stays healthy, you got yourself a really good player. For the tight ends, we got Cole Kmet. If you're in the pinch, you need somebody, pick up Cole Kmet. He was 5 for 7, 42 yards, especially in PPR leagues. That's 5 points. Or in like a half-point PPR, you got 2.5. But when it comes to tight ends, you really take anything if you don't got those top 3 or 4, you know. But yeah, as far as defenses go, I like the Packers. I like the Packers defense, and I like the Browns this week. But yeah, I'm going to go on and leave it there, y'all. It's just a quick little show for y'all tonight. Y'all have a blessed night and take care. Good luck on those trades and have the best of week.